I swear I'm always wearing this shirt every time I film a video. I promise you I wash it. It's just like, this is my favorite shirt. So like I'm always wearing it. I'm filming this at 9:00 p.m. and it is hot as all hell in this fucking house. And this is a new house and we moved in here during the winter. So now it's finally spring and it's getting warm outside and I don't know how to work the fucking air conditioning. So I'm just gonna sit in here and suffer, I guess. It's like 78 degrees in here. It's really fucking hot and I don't know what to do about it. Hey everybody, it's Peach. How you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day. My shoulder itches. So I asked you guys what videos you'd like to see from me in the future, and a couple of you had mentioned that I hadn't done a rant video in a while. You guys wanted me to do a rant video on something that had happened at the Persona press conference, and I was gonna do that video, but then I realized I didn't really have much to say about it. So basically, if you guys don't know what happened, a Korean reporter asked them some questions involving the whole plagiarism thing that had happened, and you know, come to find out that reporter happens to be somebody who works for YG, of course. So everybody's kind of up in their feelings about it, rightfully so. But that didn't really surprise me. Like finding out that he's from YG, it's like, of course, because YG just has a fucking giant vendetta against BTS. We've been known. I mean, it's annoying, of course it is. It's super frustrating, and it's like super annoying how Korean media only acknowledges BTS when they're in a scandal. The fact that BTS is almost never in a scandal means that Korean media completely ignores BTS, and it's like they only want to ask them questions when it has to do with scandals and shit. Like, it's fucking annoying, and it's like, I understand why everybody's mad about it, but my thoughts on it are pretty much condensed to that. Like, that would have been like a 2-minute video. I ain't really had that much to say. But some other shit happened, as you can tell by the title of this video, and I have a lot to say about that shit, so we gonna make this one the rant video and instead just put 2 in 1 kind of. I just kind of want to talk about the way the K-pop community just kind of has been using BTS as a scapegoat since like 2015. And it's just getting so fucking frustrating. It's already been frustrating. Like, it's been pissing me off for years. Like, I've been so over it, and I know a lot of you are over it. Like, if you're an ARMY or fucking a K-pop fan that's not an idiot in general, when you hear the term "but namjoon," everybody is that's like the ultimate kind of like, here this bitch go. Anybody who brings up "but namjoon" in any sort of fucking argument, you're wrong. You're that instantly fucking proves me right and you wrong. Why are people bringing up "but namjoon"? Why are we on this shit all over again? Well, a situation that happened between somebody and Stray Kids, and I'm gonna say this before I even get all up in this, because some of y'all like to get brave, especially on Twitter. Some of y'all like to get real fucking brave and act like everybody's just making it up, and why is everybody so mad? I don't understand. It's just hair. Bitch, y'all gonna learn to stop trying to fucking tell people of color what they can and can't be mad at. If I have to have one more bitch sit out here and look me in my fucking face and tell me that I'm overreacting and I shouldn't be angry because somebody else is appropriating my culture, like, somebody's literally gonna catch a fucking backhand. And I'm not a violent person, I promise you. I don't even like hitting people. I've gotten into like 2 fights in my entire life. It'll never just be hair. Like, y'all, some of y'all don't even have the fucking mental capacity to understand the whole importance of why we are so protective over our protective hairstyles. I could go into the deep dark shit and explain a whole bunch of shit, but I'm not gonna do that right now. But I'm gonna just leave it at baseline. Y'all can't tell people of color what we can and can't be mad at. So therefore, coming to this whole situation with Stray Kids, basically, if you don't know, Chan got cornrows and people were rightfully upset with it, but the whole situation blew up a lot bigger than it needed to be. What had happened was that people expected him to apologize after that happened, because apparently Chan is like a woke member. I don't really know because I don't stand Stray Kids, but apparently he's like a woke member. So people were expecting when he does a V Live that he was gonna apologize for it and be like, you know, hey, I fucked up. But he did none of that and avoided the question completely. And then K-Stays basically blocked anybody who said apologize. So they were basically trying to coddle and hide him away and act like, you know, don't hurt my sweet little baby. He didn't mean to do it. It was just the company. The company did it. That's another argument that I'm gonna need y'all to fucking let go of, because it's not the company all the time. I admit, sometimes it do be the company, sometimes it don't. So he knew what the fuck he was doing. He's a grown-ass man. That's another thing that goes into the way that you guys infantilize a lot of these K-pop idols and act like they're fucking children and they don't know what they're doing. A lot of these people are grown-ass men and women who know exactly what the fuck they're doing when they sit in that fucking beauty stylist chair and they have a bitch braid their hair. I'm also calling out Lisa with the box braids too, because that wasn't it either. Like, they know exactly what they're doing. People like to use South Korea's conservatism. People like to use the fact that South Korea is a conservative country in very, very convenient ways, because people always like to bring up how conservative South Korea is when it comes to people making jokes about somebody being gay or hairstyles or, you know, any situation where people are appropriating culture and try to say, oh, South Korea doesn't know better, it's a conservative country, they just don't know. And it's like, we are not gonna act like South Korea is a third world country. Like, South Korea is just as fucking advanced, if not more advanced, than the United States of America. They know what the fuck they're doing. They may not have the years and years of history like we do over here to know the implications of like blackface and like cultural appropriation and all that stuff. Sure, but it can be taught. And at this point, it's 2019. Like, there's no excuse for not knowing. I don't care how fucking conservative you think South Korea is. There's no fucking excuse for not knowing at this point, with especially in K-pop idols' case, because with the way that international fans will cause a ruckus whenever somebody does something like this, it's like there's no way that these companies can sit out here and ignore it. There's a way that you can listen to the fans and accept what they say and be like, oh, I fucked up, my bad, and just move on, bro. It's so interesting about people always bringing up Namjoon and BTS in any situation that involves cultural appropriation. It's like, BTS has done everything in the fucking book to atone for everything that they've done in the past. So it's like, why do you guys hold BTS accountable for every single thing that they've done in the past, even after they apologize for it, but you guys refuse to have any of your idols be held accountable for anything that they do? And it's like, why is it that you want to hold BTS accountable but you don't want to hold anybody else accountable? Like, why is that? And I thought that was really interesting. So I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, why is that? Why is that? Well, I have a theory. Perhaps people don't want to hold their faves accountable like they hold BTS accountable, because they know that they don't want their faves to get dragged through the fucking mud the way they drag BTS through the mud. Because let's just keep it a full buck here. People have never been nice to BTS. People have treated BTS like shit from jump. Everybody knows that. From 2013 and even to this day, South Korea still treats BTS like shit. A lot of people still treat BTS like shit. Kind of just goes back to the whole thing of like, BTS and ARMYs in general have just been the scapegoat of the K-pop community for so fucking long, and people just refuse to let it go. People refuse to let it go. Like, for the longest time, ARMYs were probably the easiest fandom to bully in any situation, from like, I want to say 2013 to about 2016. People would bully the fuck out of ARMYs at any given moment, and it was kind of like a situation where we just kind of had to sit and take it, because we were like, it was kind of like, what else do we do? Because it was like, at that time, in 2014, 15, 16, it was like, our boys were on the rise, but we weren't breaking records as much as we are, you know, nowadays. So when people would say, oh, your fave, it hasn't done this, they haven't done this, they haven't done that, it just kind of made you feel, or in my situation, at least in my case, it made me feel bad, because it made me feel like I couldn't say anything, because in a way that they were right, you know. People would talk shit about BTS before they even won their first day sang. It was like, I couldn't say shit because they hadn't won one yet. I say this jokingly a lot in a lot of my videos, that BTS is on an entirely different level, but let's be fully real here. BTS is on an entirely different level. For people to still sit out here and act like BTS aren't, and it's like to still try to drag and try to bully and try to bully ARMYs and BTS into submission like they did in the past, and they're just upset that they aren't able to do that anymore, because it's not the norm anymore. It literally can't be. BTS has grown so big that people can't really talk shit about BTS and have a valid reason for it other than just being a fucking hater, I guess. You guys have to realize at some point in life that what BTS does not affect your faves. You know, if you are in a situation where your fave group has gotten into some trouble for cultural appropriation or any sort of situation like that, and you feel the need to bring up BTS, you really need to sit and reevaluate and sit and think about why you're bringing up BTS in this situation. Why do you feel like Namjoon or BTS are going to deflect anything? Because if anything, it draws more attention to you, in my humble opinion. That's all this fucking channel and this video is. It's just my humble, stupid, dumb opinion. Those were pretty much my thoughts on that. I'm really hot, so like a lot of my thoughts are probably jumbled and all over the place. But hopefully you guys understood what I fucking meant when I said all that shit. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Make sure you drink some fucking water. Especially in my case, I need to drink some water. Like, my voice is like losing it. What else was I gonna say? I don't have anything else I was gonna say. I think it's about to thunder outside, so actually I'm gonna turn off the camera. I'm gonna turn off the camera now. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. My head itches. Bye. Bye. I am trying to keep these braids at least until the end of May, because I don't want to have to worry about doing my hair when I go see TXT and BTS. But I want this shit out of my head so bad.